You believe in curses? Well, even if you don't, this video will surely make you wonder. It is true that many popular curses are nothing but old wives' tales, but some of the world's most famous royal curses are indeed perplexing. You might argue it's coincidence or some sort of self-fulfilling prophecy, but the truth is that some royal curses seem really believable. The infamous Hope Diamond, with its mesmerizing blue hue, has been shrouded in tales of misfortune since French King Louis XIV first acquired it in 1688. The curse appeared to persist beyond his reign, casting a shadow over his descendant, Louis XVI. Tragedy struck as only one of Louis XVI's children survived childhood, and even he met a painful demise. The ominous narrative continued when the diamond was stolen shortly after the arrest of Marie Antoinette and the king during the French Revolution. The haunting legacy extended beyond the French monarchy. Russian Prince Kanatovsky, captivated by the allure of the Hope Diamond, found himself entangled in a grim fate. After presenting the diamond to his lover, he committed a gruesome act by taking her life. The mysterious force behind the gem seemed to reach across borders as Sultan Abdülhamid of Turkey, who had acquired the precious stone, saw his reign crumble, losing his throne in the wake of possessing the cursed jewel. These unsettling events surrounding the Hope Diamond have fueled speculation about whether it carries a malevolent force, or if the occurrences are mere coincidences woven into the fabric of history. The ominous shadow of the Coburg-Koháry curse extends across generations, entwining European royal families in a tragic narrative of hemophilia. Scientists attribute this hereditary condition to Queen Victoria, who is believed to have inherited the curse from her ancestors. The lineage of affliction can be traced back to the Coburgs, a German branch of Queen Victoria's family, where a chilling legend unfolds. At the heart of this eerie tale is Princess Maria Antonia Koháry, a Hungarian noblewoman whose union with the Coburg family marked the genesis of the curse. According to the law, a monk envious of Princess Maria Antonia's immense wealth cast a malevolent curse upon the family. It is said that this curse would manifest as hemophilia, a bleeding disorder that would plague generations to come. As the curse unfolded, European royal families found themselves grappling with the heartbreaking consequences of this genetic affliction. The haunting spectre of hemophilia, passed down through the Coburg lineage, became a somber thread connecting the destinies of various monarchies. The tragic impact of the curse, reflected in the suffering of affected individuals, raises questions about the enduring legacy of historical curses and their profound influence on the tapestry of royal history. The Koh-i-Noor, a colossal diamond now nestled within the British crown jewels, carries with it a storied past marred by a mysterious aura of misfortune. Originating from the Indian subcontinent, this dazzling gem exchanged hands throughout the region, leaving a trail of calamity in its wake. The diamond's journey took a fateful turn when the East India Company emerged victorious in the Anglo-Sikh Wars in 1849, claiming possession of the Koh-i-Noor. In a curious twist, the diamond was then dispatched to Queen Victoria, accompanied by a foreboding note. Her own message conveyed a haunting prophecy: he who owns this diamond will own the world, but will also know all its misfortunes. Only God or woman can wear it with impunity. The weight of this ominous message seemed to linger, casting a shadow over subsequent owners of the Koh-i-Noor. The diamond's reputation for bringing both power and affliction fueled whispers of a curse that transcended borders and centuries. As the diamond found its place among the British crown jewels, the enigmatic warning added an intriguing layer to its history, leaving observers to ponder the nature of its influence and whether its alleged curse would continue to unfold in the annals of time. The tantalizing mystery of the Koh-i-Noor persists, inviting contemplation about the interplay between precious gems and the fortunes they carry. The House of Hesse finds itself entwined in a haunting narrative that extends beyond the glittering facets of a tiara designed by Prince Albert. the husband of Queen Victoria, Prince Albert crafted the exquisite strawberry tiara for their daughter, Princess Alice, with the intention that she would wear it on her wedding day. However, tragedy cast its somber shadow before the joyous occasion unfolded. Before Princess Alice could walk down the aisle adorned with the tiara, Prince Albert succumbed to the grips of typhoid fever, leaving a heart-wrenching void in the royal family. Despite the sorrow that enveloped the household, Princess Alice chose to wear the tiara, a poignant connection to her departed father as she embarked on her marital journey. The tale took an eerily repetitive turn in the subsequent years. Tragedy revisited the House of Hesse when Princess Alice's own daughter fell victim to typhoid fever, echoing the anguish that had befallen her father. The ominous symmetry continued as Princess Alice herself succumbed to the same disease, a chilling echo of the past, 17 years after Prince Albert's demise. The haunting legacy of the strawberry tiara persisted into the 20th century. In 1937, members of the Hesse ducal family embarked on a fateful journey to attend a wedding, only to meet a tragic end when their plane crashed. The wreckage held a grim discovery: the strawberry leaf tiara, a symbol of the family's joy and grief, lay amidst the debris, adding another layer of sorrow to the enduring tale of the House of Hesse. The tiara, once a creation of celebration and love, became a harbinger of misfortune, leaving observers to reflect on the inexplicable ties between material artifacts and the tragic destinies of those who possess them. The legend of the Black Prince's cursed ruby weaves a tale of intrigue, betrayal, and a gemstone with a malevolent reputation. The origins of this cursed spinel date back to around 1300, when it was said to have been seized by the Christian ruler of Castile, Don Pedro. The acquisition of the stone was steeped in blood, as it was taken from the slain Moorish Prince Abu Said. The dark twist in this narrative unfolded when Don Pedro's half-brother, Henry of Trastamara, launched an attack on Castile. Fearing for his rule, Pedro sought aid from England, and in return, the heir apparent Edward, famously known as the Black Prince, received the cursed ruby as part of the payment. Despite its misnomer as a ruby being a spinel, the gem carried a foreboding legacy. The curse, it seemed, did not discriminate. Don Pedro, the original possessor of the stone, met his demise shortly after acquiring it. The ominous thread continued as the Black Prince, destined to be king, succumbed to an early death, leaving his aspirations unfulfilled. The curse then reached the next generation, affecting the Black Prince's son, Richard II. He not only lost his throne, but also met an untimely demise in his early 30s. The Black Prince's cursed spinel became more than a mere gemstone. It embodied a tale of interconnected destinies marked by tragedy. The eerie pattern of misfortune surrounding those who possessed the stone fuels speculation about the supernatural forces at play. The legacy of the Black Prince's ruby stands as a cautionary tale, prompting contemplation on the potential consequences of coveted treasures and the curses that may accompany them through the corridors of history. The mystique surrounding the Monaco royal family, the Grimaldis, carries with it the weight of a centuries-old curse, believed to be cast by an enigmatic witch. The legend traces its origins to Prince Rainier I, a pivotal figure in the family's history, upon whom the curse was supposedly bestowed. Never will a Grimaldi find happiness in marriage. The tapestry of the Grimaldis' romantic entanglements has been woven with threads of tumultuous relationships. The union of Hollywood icon Grace Kelly and Prince Rainier III, intended to be a fairy tale romance, faced the harsh reality of infidelity and tragedy. Their marriage, once celebrated on the global stage, became a saga marked by whispers of discord and the untimely death of Princess Grace in a car accident. The curse seemed to persist through subsequent generations. Princess Caroline, the daughter of Grace Kelly and Prince Rainier III, found herself entangled in the complexities of marriage 3 times. Princess Stephanie, too, experienced the challenges of matrimony in 2 unions. Even Prince Albert, the current ruler of Monaco, has not been immune to the rumors and speculations surrounding his marital life. The troubled relationships within the Monaco royal family have fueled speculation about the curse's influence, prompting observers to ponder whether it is a mere coincidence or a supernatural force at play. The juxtaposition of the glamour associated with Monaco and the recurrent challenges in the Grimaldis marriages adds an intriguing layer to their storied history, leaving open the question of whether the curse continues to cast its shadow over the royal household. The Habsburgs, a powerful European dynasty, found themselves entangled in the mysterious web of an Austrian royal curse, with not one, but two intriguing versions. The first revolves around the eerie presence of turnfalcon, supernatural ravens, believed to be harbingers of misfortune for the Habsburg family. According to legend, the curse stemmed from a broken promise to protect these mystical birds. The promise had been made after some of the ravens purportedly saved the life of a Habsburg prince. The breach of this vow unleashed the vengeful spirits of the turnfalcon, who manifested themselves just before impending tragedies befell members of the Habsburg lineage. The second version of the curse takes a more personal and explicit turn, attributed to Countess Carolier. As the story goes, she laid a damning curse upon Emperor Franz Joseph, unleashing a torrent of malevolent wishes that reverberated through the corridors of time. The curse, delivered with chilling intensity, invoked the wrath of heaven and hell upon the emperor's happiness. Countess Carolier went further, cursing the very fabric of Franz Joseph's family, wishing for their extermination and the ruin of his beloved children. The curse concluded with a haunting vision of a life wrecked and yet endured, shrouded in unbroken and unbearable grief. The intensity of Countess Carolier's curse adds a dramatic layer to the Habsburg saga, leaving behind a legacy intertwined with mystical forces and personal vendettas. The enduring repercussions of these curses invite contemplation on the thin veil between legend and reality, as the Habsburgs navigated the complexities of power, destiny, and the supernatural forces that purportedly sought to shape their fate. The haunting legend of the Nepalese royal family curse traces its origins to an innocuous act involving the first ruler of Nepal, Prithvi Narayan Shah. The fateful incident occurred when Shah, seeking to display hospitality, offered a bowl of curd to a hermit. However, the benign act took a sinister turn when the hermit, later revealed to be the deity Gorakhnath, consumed the curd and then expelled it in the direction of the king. In an instinctive reaction, Shah moved to avoid the vomit, unwittingly setting the stage for a malevolent curse that would reverberate through the annals of Nepalese history. The deity, displeased by the king's avoidance, cast a prophetic curse upon the Nepalese royal family. The curse foretold a sudden and catastrophic end to the monarchy after precisely 10 generations. The gravity of the curse resonated with an ominous certainty, weaving itself into the tapestry of the royal lineage. Tragedy struck with eerie precision on June 1, 2001, when Prince Dipendra entered a room in Narayanhiti Palace and unleashed a barrage of gunfire upon his own family. The royal massacre claimed the lives of 9 individuals, including Dipendra's father, King Bhayendra of Nepal, his mother, brother, and sister. The chilling event unfolded as a grim fulfillment of the curse that had lingered for generations. The curse's culmination reached its zenith when Nepal's monarchy came to an abrupt end in 2008, precisely 10 generations after Prithvi Narayan Shah's encounter with the hermit deity. The tale of the Nepalese royal family curse, rooted in ancient folklore, invites contemplation on the intersection of destiny, divine intervention, and the indelible impact of a curse that echoed through the corridors of time. The Zulu royal curse takes root in the complex tale of Princess Mkabayi Kajama, a figure burdened by a reputation steeped in legend and superstition, blamed by her people, the Zulu, for various misfortunes, including her mother's death due to the absence of a male heir. Mkabayi carried the weight of perceived curses alongside her twin sister. Despite the adversities, Princess Mkabayi emerged as a formidable force, eventually assuming the role of regent for her half-brother, Senzangakona. Renowned for her ruthless tactics, Mkabayi's influence extended beyond her regency, casting a long shadow that would shape the destiny of the Zulu kingdom. The narrative took a dramatic turn with the ascent of her nephew, Shaka Zulu, to power 2 decades later. Shaka, known for his bloodthirsty rule, was a formidable force in his own right. In a twist of betrayal, Mkabayi orchestrated the murder of Shaka, seeking to eliminate a potentially uncontrollable ruler. However, the aftermath of Shaka's demise gave rise to an enigmatic prophecy that would echo through the ages. Legend has it that, before his death, Shaka uttered a curse upon his people. "You will never rule this land. It will be ruled by the sparrows, who will fly across the sea and build their nests high up on cliffs." The cryptic nature of Shaka's curse raises intriguing questions about whether he foresaw the arrival of European invaders, as sparrows could be interpreted as ships arriving from across the sea. The Zulu royal curse, woven into the intricate fabric of history and folklore, offers a glimpse into the complexities of power, betrayal, and the supernatural. Shaka's prophecy, whether coincidental or prescient, adds a mysterious layer to the tale, inviting contemplation on the intersections of fate, curses, and the unfolding events that would shape the Zulu kingdom's destiny. The enduring tale of the Wodeyar royal family curse in Mysore, India, traces its roots to a dramatic historical event in 1612. Raja Wodeyar, driven by ambition, deposed the ruling Tirularaja and assumed the throne of Mysore. In the wake of this political upheaval, Tirumala Raja's wife, Alamalama, found herself in a perilous situation. Although she initially managed to escape, she was eventually captured. As the legend goes, facing an inevitable fate, Alamalama chose a tragic end. She threw herself into a river, casting a potent curse upon the Wodeyar dynasty. In her lament, Alamalama invoked a series of calamities. May Talakadu be filled with sand and become a barren land. May Malangi turn into a whirlpool. May the Wodeyars never have children. The curse, it seemed, took root in the unfolding generations of the Wodeyar family. Historian Dr. A. Varappa observed a curious pattern, noting that the Wodeyars birthed male children only in alternate generations. 6 rulers from the 17th century onward were adopted sons or nephews, a trend that appeared to align with the curse's stipulation. The family tree bore the weight of this mystical interference as each alternating generation struggled to produce direct heirs. The curse, however, hinted at a potential resolution in 2017 when a glimmer of hope emerged within the Wodeyar lineage. A baby was born, breaking the long-standing pattern of male children being born only in alternate generations. This event sparked speculation about whether the curse had finally been lifted, or if it was merely a momentary reprieve in the family's tumultuous history. The Wodeyar royal family curse, intertwined with the rich tapestry of Indian history and folklore, remains a captivating narrative that explores the intersection of political ambition, tragedy, and the enduring impact of ancient curses on the destiny of a royal bloodline. The haunting shadow of the Tokugawa curse looms over Japanese history, tracing its origins to the enigmatic figure of Masakado. Often hailed as the first samurai, Masakado's legacy is intricately woven with rebellion, political upheaval, and the eventual rise and fall of the Tokugawa shogunate, which governed Japan for centuries. Masakado, driven by a fervent desire for independence, rebelled against the Japanese government in the 10th century, successfully seizing control of multiple provinces. His audacious actions inspired others to follow suit, challenging the established order. However, the tide turned when the emperor intervened, leading to Masakado's demise. Despite his defeat, Masakado became a symbol of resistance and defiance. inspiring future generations to question authority and aspire for autonomy. The legacy of his rebellion took a complex turn as the Tokugawa shogunate emerged in the early 17th century, consolidating power and ruling Japan for several centuries. The Tokugawa shogunate brought an era of stability to Japan, but its prolonged rule eventually led to internal strife and external pressure for change. In 1868, the system collapsed during the Meiji Restoration, marking the end of the shogunate and the beginning of a new era for Japan. In the aftermath, a sense of misfortune and blame began to envelop the Tokugawa legacy. The collapse of the shogunate and subsequent challenges in the region were attributed to a perceived curse associated with Masakado and the historical disruption caused by his rebellion. Everything bad that unfolded in the area was, in some interpretations, linked to the Tokugawa curse, creating a narrative that held Masakado's spirit responsible for the region's troubles. The complex interplay of historical events, rebellion, and the rise and fall of political systems in Japan has contributed to the enduring mystique of the Tokugawa curse. This narrative serves as a lens through which observers contemplate the interconnectedness of historical figures, their legacies, and the echoes of their actions across the centuries. Hey everyone! Thanks a million for tuning in and checking out my latest video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed creating it for you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated with all the exciting content coming your way. I love hearing your thoughts, so drop a comment below with your feedback, suggestions, or just to say hi. Your support means the world, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Until then, take care and keep spreading those positive vibes.